Once again, we are getting another movie from Disney where they take a character who was originally one way and changes them to be someone completely different in an effort to correct or be more appealing to modern audiences, whatever that's supposed to mean. I swear, it's just like Peter Pan and Wendy all over again. Hi, I'm Laura from Your Little Sisters Productions, and I love talking about movies and storytelling. Shout out to our avatar artist, Lindsay Kay. Her Instagram and website will be in the description box below. Just like Wendy in the live action version of Peter Pan, we are now getting a Snow White who doesn't really seem to resemble the animated Snow White all that much. And no, I'm not talking about looks, although I do wish at least the hair department had done a better job with her hair. I'm talking about her actual characterization. Snow White in the original is a perfectly fine character. In fact, I have an entire video I did about a year back defending the original Snow White movie. I'll link it below if you're interested in watching it. I spent a lot of time debunking common misconceptions and myths surrounding Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and the idea that Snow White is somehow weak just because she doesn't carry weapons or lead a rebellion against the queen. So, why does Disney feel the need to take their beloved characters from past stories and change them into something they never were, and add elements to their story that were never there to begin with? Look, I have absolutely zero problems with the main character who fights and leads a rebellion against a tyrannical figure. I like Star Wars and Hunger Games just as much as the next person. But rebellion and fighting back against the queen to take over the kingdom was never a part of Snow White's story to begin with. It was a fairy tale. It taught children how good would always win over evil and how jealousy and envy and evil doing will lead you to your downfall. Snow White wins not with an army or weapons, but by maintaining her goodness despite everything she faced in life and because of the good people she had gathered around her. The evil queen falls because, by trying to stop Snow White from overtaking her, she inadvertently puts into motion the very circumstances that lead to her death. Like Master Oogway says, one often meets his, or her, destiny on the road he takes to avoid it. Snow White is a perfectly fine character, as was Wendy, but for some reason Disney is intent on trying to make it seem as though they were somehow weak or not correct, and are using these live action versions to correct these past mistakes. But the thing is, they aren't mistakes. Having a character like Snow White who is kind and soft and hardworking and resilient and positive is not a bad thing. And neither is having a character like Mulan who does learn how to fight and go to war. But trying to make every single character fit into the same box is bad, especially when it sends the message that being soft or receiving help from others is somehow wrong. You have to be strong in this one very specific way. You have to be the leader in this one very specific way. You have to be able to physically fight, to go to war, to stand up in the way that we want you to, etc. Snow White is a very strong character in her own right, but the way that Disney and the actors in this movie have been talking about her, you would think that the first Snow White movie was this awful movie with a passive main character who taught horrible messages to children, when that is so far from the truth. All in all, what I really just wanted to say is that I am beyond fed up with Disney retconning their own stories and characters. And I am especially tired of the narrative that there is only one way to write a strong female character. And being told that being soft and feminine and good and kind isn't good enough or isn't the correct way to be is a bad message to send out into the world. Just like it would be a bad message to send out that being a tomboy is bad. What is so difficult about giving us variety again? But what do you guys think? Are you excited to see the Snow White movie in theaters, or are you also fed up with these retcon remakes? Let us know in the comments below, like and subscribe to see future videos from us. We talk about movies and TV shows, as well as publishing our own original audio drama series, so keep an eye out for those, and I'll see you in the next one.